Welcome to the Mostly Pod Out Night. Mostly, I am Graveyard, joined by my co-host Salem.
Hello.
This is episode 202 of our weekly All Things Horror podcast. We are dipping our toes in for one more swim in Maine's most confused lake, Lake Placid. Is it Black Lake? Is it Lake Placid? Is it Clear Lake? Who really knows anymore? Because this franchise
is it a kaiju?
Right. The lake just doesn't care anymore. The franchise doesn't care, and quite honestly, we don't either.
Yeah. Thankfully, this is it.
But yes, we got ourselves another unnecessary sequel, then a versus film, because everyone loves a good versus film. And then how the origin of how Crocs got to the original Lake Placid in the first place. Continuity be damned.
Now, I don't know. It was just this time period where there was so many versus films.
Yep.
It was like Mega Octopus versus like Super Shark.
Yeah,
and
Megalodon versus Shocktopus. Yeah.
Yeah, like all these like stupid ass movies. I never watched any of them, but
yeah,
there was a lot of them.
Yeah, like I said, I think what happens was someone took Lake Placid that had the same treatment that Anaconda got. Was the first Anaconda movie really wasn't that good, and then the mid-aughts sci-fi goes, you know what, we can buy that right for what, a hamburger?
Yeah, probably $1.
$1, yeah, and then let's just make our franchise there, because number 5 of this is Lake Placid versus Anaconda, which is the 5th entry in both those franchises, and it just shudders make me think of what Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong would be like, because it's going to be this shit all over again.
Anaconda, I just assumed it was a bunch of people making crappy Anaconda movies. I did not know it was like a continuing franchise.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like Amityville, where like everybody makes an Amityville movie and they're not connected. That's what I figured it was. I guess I was wrong.
No, it's just, yeah. Like I said, the first Anaconda had its perks, but have you ever watched past number 1?
No.
Okay, maybe the new one?
Nope.
Yeah.
I saw the first one, the one with the Ice Cube, and that was it.
Yeah. It's not good, except for the newest one, I think, with Jack Black and Paul Rudd, was better than anything that came before it. But yeah, so we have Lake Placid, the final chapter, because, funny joke, 4th one's always the final one because reasons. And then they just, no. 3 years later, then we get versus Anaconda, and then Legacy from 2018, which states it's the final film in the series. It's been 8 years, but I imagine
if there's already a final chapter, like I said, Jason keeps coming back.
It's going to be a Screenbox exclusive in the next year or two, guarantee it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start off with Lake Placid, the final chapter from 2012. We start off with a woman who was clearly bitten in half in the last movie, Reba. Just alive.
You told me I was wrong. I told you she was alive in the last movie, and you said, no, she is clearly dead.
Yeah.
So you were wrong.
Oh, no,
I'm kidding. No, she was dead.
Yeah, they explicitly said somehow she survived. Like, yeah, grew legs back. She's magical.
She was like totally fine. She had blood on her, but she had no wounds at all.
Yeah, she becomes, for better or worse, our Donald Pleasance of this franchise here.
The first ever returning character.
Yes.
In the 4th film, we have our first character that's in more than one film.
She's in the next one after this too.
Well, I'm just saying, at this point, she's the only time a character has returned.
And she saw past her poaching ways of this dangerous species of crocodiles. She's like, you know what? Yeah, we need to have this parks and wildlife person. I should be that person. No, you shouldn't. But they just need a reason for her to be around and be kind of the hero, I guess. So we get a brand new sheriff again. This town goes through sheriffs. Like, the sheriffs aren't being eaten by these crocs. They just have 2-year terms and they're just gone between them.
Well, I mean, yeah, sheriffs are elected officials, so
yeah,
if there's like a crocodile eating people, I imagine they probably wouldn't get reelected.
Yeah, so then the new sheriff, his son is out there, and they built the Army Corps built electrified fence around this entire lake. Like, that'll keep them safe. You're gonna get rid of their food source pretty damn fast. Let's face it.
Right.
But he's like, hey, no, my daughter's now here. She's going to the swim team. They're going to go to a lake that happens to be at a fork in the road, literally from Lake Placid, which, once again, not the real lake name, to Clear Lake, which is just a couple of miles away. and they mistakenly drove through this electrified fence that was left open. The guy's checking it, and the bus driver is an idiot. Like, we should have been there by now, or we got here too soon. Like, it's only like a couple minute difference between these two lakes, guys. It's not that big of a deal.
Right. Yeah. If it's an hour drive, you wouldn't notice like a 30-second difference.
And also, there's magically jet skis at this lake they weren't supposed to be at. They didn't bring
if the lake they were supposed to be at allowed jet skis, that would be normal.
Right, but they didn't bring the jet skis. They were very surprised by the jet skis being there, which is amazing.
Well, I think they were just excited that they were there. I don't think they necessarily didn't know they were coming.
If there's jet skis, why are there jet skis on this inclusive now lake? They shouldn't be there to begin with.
I don't know. Did they bring them?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Did you see that if there was trail cars?
They were very surprised. Like, what's under here? Jet skis. Sweet. Yeah. They were just there.
How do you know it wasn't the teacher's surprise? The teacher didn't seem surprised that they were there.
I don't know. The jet skis appear and disappear a lot in these scenes because no one, once again, cares about continuity in this franchise.
Correct.
Anyway, they're on the lake, and lo and behold, they're on the wrong lake. A couple girls go swimming topless, as you do, and the guy
on a school trip
at night.
High school girls on a school trip go topless in a fucking freshwater lake. I don't think so.
And then the bus driver pees in the lake while watching them.
That's illegal, sir. That's what I was saying. I'm like, you could be like literally put in jail. That is sexual assault. What the fuck are you doing?
And meanwhile, he gets then eaten because hilarity ensues, right? All this stuff is going there. Well, all this is going on here. Like, the sheriff's daughter is there trying to figure out where they went. Like, they're not clearly where they be. They must be there because lo and behold, there's they thought they heard someone on the other side of the fence, and now there's a new group of poachers there with, of course, Robert Englund, because he got dragged into this. I imagine the entire budget went to Robert Englund at this point.
Well, they had a returning character.
Yeah.
So they probably had to split it.
Probably. So all of this is going there. They're illegal hunting these crocodiles, and, they suck. They get killed pretty damn fast.
Yeah. They're the first to go, which is fun.
Yeah. But now there's more crocs there. Now there's hatchlings that are now swarming like piranha to people in the lake.
And that's only that one scene.
Yep.
They never come back.
Yeah. But yeah, all that's going on there. But eventually, it's a bunch of back and forth, and you figure out that hey, they're at this lake, so they're trying to find them on this lake. And like I said, all the kids are getting killed off. The coach is getting killed off. They find the booby traps that are there. Someone falls into a pit that they made, and the croc goes down there, and she seems to kill it, but then they try to get her out. No, not dead. These crocs are pretty bulletproof, and then just a couple of hits to the head. I'm gonna go sleep now for a couple of minutes, guys. It's okay. Eventually they do catch up, and they go back, so everyone catches up, and they get there, and they realize that, hey, we should go to the Bickerman farm, because it wouldn't be Lake Placid without the Bickerman name, right? So you have to go back there. All this is going on there. You find their way back to the electric fence, and they're find a way to get out. Oh man, I try to break this from my brain at this point in time.
I'm the same way. I was just like, oh, can these just be over? I just want to be done with them. But yeah, so they're basically all scrambling. They're like, oh man, the kids are inside the fence. They can't. Just turn off the electric fence. Oh well, that's fine, but they don't know they can climb over the fence. It's not like we can signal that the electrified is done, right?
Right.
So they're like, oh, so we don't do that. So we got to go in there and find them.
Yep.
So they end up, the kids end up finding Robert Englund in the boat, still alive.
Yeah.
And then they try to get in the boat, which of course does not work out for them.
Yeah.
And Robert Englund seemingly dies.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that next. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, in this film, he seemingly dies. And they somehow get back to the gate and then get out
They
because they meet
electrocute.
them. They
Yeah.
meet them at the gate, and then there's like a showdown with the Croc, and they like trick the Croc into flopping into the electric fence, and then it electrifies itself and dies.
Yeah, and then kind of like the little post-credit stinger is a woman who's listening to headphones saying, "Okay, this is the big distinction. Clear Lake is now crocodile-free, which was never the name of the lake." And then she gets attacked by a croc in Clear Lake, which is not Lake Placid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, these people have no idea what
No,
lake it is or what the lake's supposed to be. Like I said, the first one, the name of the movie is called Lake Placid. The nickname of the lake is Lake Placid, but that's not its real name. They don't say its real name.
no,
They just say that that is not its real name. It's just what everybody calls it.
right. But in this next couple, it becomes Black Lake. But then Lake
Correct.
Placid becomes the name of the town that's
Right.
attached to the lake.
Right.
So,
Which is in the other movies, it was far enough away.
yeah,
Like, it wasn't directly connected to it. But as the films go on, the town gets closer and closer.
yep.
So we're in what? Yeah, it was 3 was when they were like they were in the town, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just now they're saying the Crocs have moved to Clear Lake. Maybe how? I don't know. Once again, I think they just forgot what lake they're at because they don't care. It's so bizarre, but yeah, I said this is not spoilers. Not a worthy watch at all. It's like this is the last one, haha, and I could have only hoped it was, but it's not. You want to do your highlights first?
Sure.
All right.
One, there is an actual returning character. Like, this is the 4th film in the franchise. We finally have one character that comes back, and it's from the 3rd one.
Yep.
So yeah, it's Reba comes
Yep.
back. She was a poacher, now she's a game warden.
Yep.
Robert Englund is in it. I guess that's a plus.
It is.
The FX were upgraded a little bit. Okay, we went from PS1 to PS2 cutscene level.
Yes.
Still not good.
Correct.
But we're I guess doing better. They finally did something about the lake, right? Like the other 3 was like they kept eating people, and then people like somehow kept forgetting about it, and
how many dozens of murders a year?
So this time at least they like, hey, maybe we should like put a fence around the lake. So like that, at least somebody was finally like thinking about that. And then they were finally asking questions about how did they get there, and how is its physiology different. It's really the first time they asked real questions.
Yeah.
Before it was just like, wow, they're big. They don't normally get that big. That's it. That's all they ever say. This one is like they didn't answer anything.
No.
But at least they were like looking further on those questions, which I thought was interesting. And that's about all
Oh yeah, for sure. I said actual sequel.
I
Robert Englund, yes. As you said, the Crocs do look better. And my goodness, as each movie goes in this franchise, they become sneakier. Like these 30-foot alligators sneak up on people, and they're very surprised by them being there at all times.
mean, but these things weigh like, probably over a ton.
Yep.
Right? Like if they step on a fucking like tree limb, it's going to break in half and splinters. Like there's no way this thing is sneaking around.
Correct. And no one sees this 30-foot croc just pop out of nowhere. It's not like it came out of like the forest. Right. It's like in the clearing. All of a sudden,
like, yeah, if you're in
crocodile.
Right. If you're in deep water, okay. Yeah, they are sneaky. That's what they do. But if you're on land, there's no way in hell you're not hearing that thing come.
Correct. They're ninjas at this point.
It'll be like not hearing an elephant walking around.
Right. Yeah. But I just laugh because like how many times the crocodiles on land in woods are sneaking up on people.
Yeah, and how fast they are. Like, crocodiles are fast, but they are burst runners. Like they can only be fast for a little bit.
Yeah.
They're not running full speed across land for like extended periods of time.
Yeah. That's all I have. I'll run low points. I said I'm pretty sure she was bitten in half. But
there was a lot of blood and a lot of injury, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And in this one, she's just like sitting there like, whew, that was rough. Yeah. Like it wore off.
The lake seems much bigger than any other film so far. Like it's getting to like huge. like Lake Michigan proportions at this point. Which, can you imagine trying to, portion off Lake Michigan with a fence? Never happened.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but it would be ridiculous.
And you talk about the Crocs being faster. They're able to chase a truck now.
Right.
Truck speeding away. No problem catching up to it.
Right. So even if we're talking like crappy truck, we're talking at least 50, 60 miles an hour. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Go faster than a human for short bursts? Yes, they can absolutely do that. Like, faster than a car in a lengthy chase? No way.
No. But yeah, that's what they're fast now. I didn't need the Croc vision.
No shit, dude. I got that on my list too. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. Just like green Croc vision.
Yeah, they just like took a ball camera and like rolled it on the ground and then like put green over it.
My guess is like, hey, do you remember in Evil Dead when the Deadites and the Fogs were going along around? We should do that for crocodiles and then make it point of view like, Jason Voorhees. Brilliant. Add it, make it green. Done.
I literally wrote that down. It says Croc Vision.
Yeah. I understand having Robert Englund in it, but why even make him a Bickerman? What's the point of him being tied to that family? He didn't have ties to the cabin. He's not there feeding the Crocs. That was like defeats the purpose of him being a Bickerman in the slightest.
Well, it's probably like Englund probably trying to make him an interesting character.
Maybe.
Probably trying to give him a background to where like he sounds interesting and he's not just like this, poacher dickhead.
Yeah. And I said, Black Lake, Clear Lake, Lake Placid, they're all the same at this point in time.
No shit.
Like,
why don't you just call it Maine? It's all of Maine.
Crocs in the lake in Maine.
Yeah.
I can go on forever, but that's what I have. How about you?
Yeah, exposing yourself to children is a crime.
Yeah.
Actresses might be over 18, but in real life, those are high school children.
Yep.
That is a crime. You would be going to jail. Those girls gave you a hell of a fucking free pass when they were just like, ew, and they just walked away. Like, they should have like put you in prison.
Yes.
Terrible camera work. I mean, there's a shaky cam all over the place. Like, you could tell when they're like shifting positions. Like, they're not even trying to steady cam it. It's like wobbling. You could like literally feel like the wobbly footsteps. It's terrible.
Hey, gimbals cost like $300. Okay.
Yeah. Like when they're doing close-ups, it's like they're all wobbling all over the place. I'm like, dude, just put it on a tripod.
Yep.
Again, Croc Vision. I literally have that written down. CGI still bad, of course. Like, there's deaths involved, right?
Yeah.
People are fucking dying. Like, hey, maybe you should like call for backup. No. Who are we gonna call? Let's call it the bartender.
Yeah.
The bartender's got guns. Like, that's literally what they do. Oh no, we're not ready to call police. Like, there's dead people.
Yep.
Start calling the authorities. The acting is horrible. I would say the worst is the sheriff. She is horrible. Wow. She looked like she was just like one step away from giggling the entire time.
She probably had to be on some pretty heavy drugs to do this film.
I'm guessing. And one thing, some nitpicky things bother the shit out of me. One thing that bothers the shit out of me is in this movie, everyone has the same nylon plastic buckled gun belt.
Yeah, they do.
Okay? Police do not wear nylon plastic buckled gun belts. They just don't.
What?
And even if they did, they would still have all of their pouches and pockets and shit on it. Like, the sheriff literally has a nylon plastic buckled like gun belt with a, fabric holster for her gun. Like, I've never, ever seen, even in like small town USA, the sheriff would never be caught dead with a gun belt like that. And every character in the movie that carries a gun, they all have that same generic nylon gun belt. It just really bothered me. That's all I got.
All right. So we're going to keep the Owls same as last time. It's the same franchise. It's still Missing Limbs. So Salem, Missing Limbs out of 10. What do you give Lake Placid, the final chapter?
I mean,
you're down to a 1 last time.
I know. It's I don't know. It's about the same. There's some things that are better and some things that are worse, but I'll say it's slight. I'm going to say 1.2.
1.2.
It was slightly better. I think England gave it the 0.2.
That's fair. I'm gonna keep mine about 1.5 because I know we gotta get really close to zero for the next one. So take us away through the lake versus the anaconda.
Okay, so beginning of the film, Robert Englund somehow survives. Somehow Robert Englund returns. And he's got a fake leg and a hook hand and an eye patch.
Because somehow he just tore out a piece of just his eye. Crocs are that precise with their attacks.
So he survives. So he apparently goes into the fence. The electrified fence is still up. This is a direct sequel to the previous one. And he gets the alligator, brings it back to this like secret lab semi truck. And they bring it in there and they're like doing all these tests and things and injecting things and
DNA
scientists
extraction.
are shuffling around. Yeah. So they extract some mutated cells from the crocodile and they inject it into a giant anaconda snake. Now this snake the mutated cells are supposed to somehow like super stimulate its growth to where they can reach giant proportions within 24 hours and lay its eggs within 24 hours.
Yep.
And so they're like, oh yeah, that's great. And then all of a sudden, the crocodile wakes up like, oh my God, we drugged it. Like, why is it still awake? And it kills everybody. And then the whole semi truck explodes.
Right.
And everybody dies. Except, of course, for Robert Englund.
And I use the term very loosely, security guy.
Well, yeah, whatever. So that they somehow survive. All the scientists and everything, and of course the anaconda and the like plastic crocodile escape. So, of course, we have another group of kids. This time it's sorority girls, who are apparently doing rush week at this lake. It appears to be another mistaken lake. I don't think they meant to go to this lake. I don't know how many times that can happen, but I think we're on 4 times. Yeah.
At least 20 more times.
Right. So the fourth time that a group of children, well, I guess they're college kids, so I guess they're not totally children, but a group of young people somehow got to the wrong lake. So they're all out there partying. Of course, girls are topless and swimming. You know, that's what they do. And so they're all out, like, you know, out there. There's one girl who's kind of like the legacy girl that like actually, you know, keeps most of her clothes on. And her like, you know, goth friend,
Margot.
Yeah. And they're like the only kind of normal ones there. Everybody else is like super sorority person. So there's of course like the one girl, you know, a couple of girls that are like the head of the sorority, and they're like, oh, just get out there and swim, I'm bored. Or whatever, stupid stuff. So they're gonna, you know, they're doing their whatever kid thing in the water. So then we get back to the corporation that apparently paid for this snake injection. The lady that like runs this corporation meets up with one security guy who survived. She's like, I need my snake. I need these eggs. This is like the next, you know, branch for our pharmacy company, whatever. This is what where we're going. So I'm going to go out there personally. So she gets in her like, you know, great white hunter outfit, gets that guy, and they go to a bar and find Robert Englund, and say, you got to help us, you know, find this snake and these crocodiles. So you're coming with us. So they all kind of, you know, get in like safari gear and decide that they're going to go in and get their snake and their alligator back. So the girls get attacked, of course. Almost everybody gets attacked and killed. There was dudes there somehow, even though it's a sorority, but they were there. They all get killed. So it's like, of course, the one, you know, girl that kept most of her clothes on, Margot, her friend, and you know, the head security girl and a couple other random, you know, no-name people, they somehow make it back to their cars and the bus, and they jump in. Well, the bunch of people jump in one car, a bunch of people jump in the other car. They don't have keys in the other car, so they like do the genius thing and like all get out one at a time and get eaten by the crocodile, except for one that makes it into their truck. They can't go anywhere in the truck because they go to like drive and they somehow like crash on the side of the road or something. And the one girl refuses to get out of the truck, and then an anaconda comes and constricts the truck and somehow kills her in the process.
Yeah.
So now the anaconda is there, and then the crocodile and the anaconda have like a little fight thing.
Yeah.
And then they all kind of escape. I won't say there's a clear winner here.
Oh, I mean, one time the one anaconda was bitten, the other one just exploded a croc later.
Right.
Because when an anaconda squeezes you, you explode.
Right. I was like, that would like not be like a very efficient feeding system,
No,
but and like one of the other scenes, it clearly doesn't do that, and it clearly eats. I don't know. It's I don't know. This fucking
they're mutated anaconda with croc DNA. What do you want from them?
Yeah. So of course the fucking safari also gets attacked, and everybody like falls out, and of course it's the lady and security guide survive, and then Robert Englund, of course, seems to survive and then gets dragged under the water, like almost in an exact same death as the last movie. Then like they're running through the forest, we see a bunch of alligator and snake attacks, and then they fight each other. And then what happens at the end? I think they finally get him tracked down, and then they think the anaconda tries to eat the alligator.
Yeah.
And then it blows up.
Yep. They blew it up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they blew it up because why not? Well, I'm sorry. Of course, then there are the stinger at the end, right? Is the eggs hatch from the anaconda, and it kind of looks like a crocodile mix.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Reba is back in this movie. She's no longer a game warden. Now she's the sheriff.
Right. See what she has to do is she had to take all three roles, the main three roles from the first film. They had to have she started off as the douche
poacher,
hunter,
right? Yeah.
Right, and then had to become the
wildlife,
wildlife,
right.
And then cop. That's just natural regression in careers.
Yeah. So, and she was there searching too, because I think her deputy, or no, the game warden guy was one of his kids was the daughter.
Yeah.
That was out there in the sorority. So they were like hunting for them, and they ended up meeting up with the sorority girls before the other people did.
It's almost like the exact plot of the last film, but with
anacondas. It is. It's like there's always three different groups, and they always meet up, and then it's like some stupid thing at the end, and then that's it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I left anything out.
Not there's anything important to leave out.
Right. But I don't think I left anything.
Yeah, the guy, the anaconda explodes because it was eaten. The guy was eaten with like grenades inside of it. Like the head security guy.
Oh, that's right. And he was like still alive inside. I knew he blew up.
Now, if only he was spit out and winked at them, like John Voight.
Right.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
All right. You want to do your high points first? Go ahead.
Okay. I'm sure you don't know who Corin Nemec is, but he was the cop.
Corin Nemec?
Corin Nemec.
Corin Nemec. I thought you said corn demic.
Yeah, corn demic. You never heard of
is that like bird demic with corn?
I mean, don't give any of our indie friend makers ideas.
That's how I was like, what the fuck is corn demic? But
that's our new movie. Come on.
Okay, got it.
But he was in one season of Stargate SG-1.
Okay.
He was on Supernatural, and since he was already on Sci-Fi, they said, "Hey, what sci-fi person can we get?" And they go, "This guy."
Well, every channel does that.
I know.
Every channel does that. Even like, like HBO does
Yep.
that. They get like somebody for one of their big shows, and then like their next big show, that person is in that. It's like they just continue on.
Yeah.
Like they, yeah. So at certain channels, it's like, you know, in the old days, it used to be like, you know, like movie companies would like hire an actor and they'd have a contract with only them.
Yep.
It kind of feels like that. Like they're signing contracts with like certain, you know, companies that only make movies and shows for them.
Yeah. And you know, if there's ever a mayor in a horror movie, it's always election year. No matter what.
Well, maybe maybe they only have like yearly elections in Maine.
Maybe.
maybe that's what it is. Every year is the same.
I'm just like, it's just always election year. So I think it's funny. And no matter what happens, right? There's, if you're being eaten by an alligator, if you're getting, or a croc and eaten by an anaconda, everyone just sit there and watches you die.
Right. Yeah, literally. It's like, oh, it's your turn. We'll watch.
Yep. It's like everyone just watches people get in. No one does anything to say. Like, you have guns, you can attack it.
Well, sometimes they do shoot, but they don't. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Nothing. They can shoot like, unless they have a grenade launcher, it doesn't matter.
Yes, because we all know animals are notoriously known for just getting shot multiple times, just continue to attack.
I know. Well, that's why they need the Great White Hunter to come.
I know. So, that's what I have. How about you?
All right. So Robert Englund came back.
Yep.
Even though he died in the last one, but they must have been like, "Hey, you want to come back?" He's like, "Hey, sure."
It's just temporary.
Yeah. Arriva back for 3. I mean, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Most consistent character.
Yeah. It's funny that Robert Englund, in almost a cameo role, is number 2 most appearances in the entire franchise.
Yeah.
And of course, Goth Girl is the best girl. Margot. We all love Margot.
Yep.
Okay. Low points. CGI is still bad.
Hey, that's my number 1.
Still bad. Okay, the sex scene was obviously choreographed by someone who has never had sex before. Wow, that was like the most like weirdly incel sex scene I've ever seen in my life. It looked painful for everybody involved. Again, the actors look really similar. Like I have a hard time going like, are these people supposed to be the same character? Because like the head, sorority girl, like the girl that was like the leader of the sorority, looks exactly like the bitchy girl from the previous one, the one that got hung up in the tree and then her head got bit off.
Mm-hmm.
They look identical. Yeah. I was like, is that the same? I had to look it up. I'm like, okay, it's not the same actress. Is it supposed to be the same person? Like I had to keep looking it up because there's so many similarities between these characters. But no, the only returning people are Robert Englund and Reba. That's it. Nobody else is returning. They just look like they are. Maybe they just look generic, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, another fucking movie. Every time there's a fucking morgue scene, the guy's always got to be eating something.
Hell yeah.
I don't understand it. And this guy's like ridiculous. He's like eating chicken wings and sprinkling crumbs all over the body. Like at least before it's usually like a sandwich and it's like self-contained. But no, this guy's literally like tearing open wings and like dribbling like fried chicken crumbs all over the place. It's this, the trope is this, the stupid cliche needs to stop.
Well, no. It's a little known fact that people that work the morgues are the most hungry.
I guess. I'm surprised they don't eat the bodies with how much food they have to consume. When Robert Englund was walking through the forest and like a quote unquote snake skin fell on him, like it was a blanket.
Yeah.
It was like a fucking blanket fell from the sky and it was like, oh, it's a snake skin. I was like, it's a brown blanket. Where do you get snake skin from? Like snake skin is like thin and you can see like the little scales of the snake. Like this doesn't look like a blanket. Like they had to tell you it was a snake skin because it obviously didn't look like one. And the snake, again, it's like squeeze, kill, run away.
Yep.
Squeeze, kill, explode, run away. Like that's not a snake. Like it's got to eat. That's the whole point of doing that. What is it like? At least the crocodile kind of sort of has an explanation of like, oh yeah, they kill and save it for later, which is bullshit in the context that they're using it. But at least it kind of sort of explains why it would continue to kill. Like snakes don't do that.
Yeah.
Like snakes eat a big meal and then don't eat for like a month. That's like how snakes work. So it's bizarre. Like kill, run. It's like a serial killer snake. That's all I got.
Yeah. It's getting really, really bad CGI. Um, I can't read my handwriting. Let's see here. Uh, Something about screaming. I think her screaming is just really, really bad. Uh, the acting is atrocious. It made me think I have to now watch the Anaconda series. It's like, am I missing something? Is this drug company like huge in the Anaconda series? I don't remember anything past Anaconda 2. So it could be. But and
I've
on that
only I
note,
saw Anaconda once, and I didn't really care when I was watching.
yeah.
So
But like the CEO of the company is like, you know what? You screwed this up. I'm doing field work. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to go out into the field with killer crocodiles, anacondas. You're not. Sorry. So yeah, she's just clearly not CEO. Yeah, this franchise is this one. I think this one of the three is the hardest for me to get through as a whole. I don't know about you.
I mean, they all kind of bleed into each other. Like after the first one, they're all like at that same level of like made for TV horseshit that it's like it's really hard for me to stay focused. I think all of them past the first one, it took everything in me to not go do something else.
I mean, is it the worst franchise we've reviewed so far?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
It might be.
I mean, it's definitely up there. It's top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
I would have to look back because some of the stuff I pushed out of my head, I don't even remember what it was. I'll have to look at the lists. That's why I say, like right now, I say yes, but it's probably because I purged the other stuff from my memory.
The Exorcists were pretty bad.
Oh wow, yeah.
So
I don't know. The fucking bad. Conjuring.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I don't know. See, again, I would have to like look at them and do like a rating list.
Yeah. So I'll go first for Missing Limbs out of 10. Like this is just scraping. Like this is like you stepped in shit and then you started walking away. You left a little piece of shit in your shoe and someone looked at that and goes, I should make a movie about that. And they put out this. So I'm going 0.25 Missing Limbs. How about you?
Yeah, whatever. I'll stick right with you. 0.25 is fine with me. Yeah, this is it's just bad. I mean, again, England and Reba coming back for a third time, like that's it. That's as exciting as it gets, and that's worth a quarter of a point.
Yeah.
1/4 portion.
Yeah. All right. Well, then we'll get into Lake Placid Legacy 2018. It's essentially it's trying to make itself the Rogue One of the franchise.
I guess. I don't know. We were talking about this earlier. And I don't know if it's supposed to like reboot and forget about all the sequels, because all the sequels are obviously not a part of this world.
Correct.
The first one supposedly is. I would go even further and say that this one is like it rebooted itself outside of even the first one. And it's just like its own like rethinking of the franchise. That's what I want to say.
There's a one throwaway line in the entire film. And I'll say the line now. Essentially, the guy saying this is the origin of how the Crocs got into Lake Placid, because we open up on what you would think is an undisclosed lake, and it's Lake Placid Legacy. You think it'd be Lake Placid,
right? It's okay. It's heavily implied,
correct,
that it is
correct. But the way someone figured out when someone decided to look at the script more than one time and look at content, like, oh shit, this is a glaring miss. We have to not do this. But if you looked up all the information on this, like it says it ignores all the sequels and only talks about Lake Placid.
Right. And again, I'm going to say it ignores even the first one. I'm going to say it ignores everything.
Yeah. But essentially, we are back to, I would say, more closer to the original Lake Placid, where it's not heavily crocodile invested. the graphics are better, the camera work is better. We mean like they're being called eco terrorists. They're trying to figure this out, and they have like a tagging challenge, like, "Hey, you should come to this lake." And you think, "Oh, it's Lake Placid," but then when you eventually this group gets there, they realize that there's all of a sudden an island in the middle of this lake, and there's like a compound that was genetically modifying these crocodiles this entire time that no one would have seen in the original Lake Placid, and that's why you're going with that, right?
Well, oh yeah, I'm going to say this. One, it's heavily implied that they get to a lake that is, again, like I said, heavily implied that this is Lake Placid.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, within what 5 minutes, well, I'd say in universe time, probably like an hour, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
They find this giant concrete building on an island in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
Now, the first one, they have a helicopter.
Yep.
The helicopter is circling the lake. They have multiple boats all over the lake, and there's a helicopter circling the lake. There is no possible way that they would not have seen a giant concrete fucking lab.
Correct.
In the middle of the lake. Correct. So I think that's they realize that later on when they're like, oh yeah. Like,
yeah.
If we're going to try to keep the canon of the first one, this can't be that same lake. Let's just like put in some lines later that say, this isn't the lake. We took everything from here and moved it to that lake later on.
Right. Which throws a whole wrench into, let's take this crocodile out of here and these eggs. And all they're going to be like, whoa. We would know about that.
Right.
From this corporation here. But essentially, yeah, they get there, they have people travel there, and for once, the very first time in Lake Placid history, we don't have the big game hunter, the game warden, and the sheriff. It's amazing. It's just eco-terrorists going to investigate this, try to figure out they're trying to find Dane and get him back, and they find out all this crap, and it essentially turns into deep blue sea of their being hunted by this huge croc in this like narrow facility, which is Wonders is able to sneak around and fit through the paths they go to eventually. But as they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on there, they catch up and they get split up, and of course Crocs start eating people. The techie guy that's there figures out a way to contact them, like, oh, then he gets killed, but eventually they stumble upon Joey Pantaloni, right? So and he's like, they're interrogating him, like, yeah, we were doing some shady shit here, and that's where the throw line comes in. And he, as they're arguing with each other, and the tech guy dies, he just sneaks out, just disappears.
Like, yeah, he's literally there for the one scene to give you an exposition on what happened, and then he leaves the film.
Yeah,
like he's gone. There's no like death or like escape or like a scene where maybe he'll come back later. Nope, just gone. Poof, gone.
Yeah, he was there in the nest they find later, but as a dead body. But yeah,
suppose.
Yeah, who knows? He could appear in the next 8. We don't know. And they're trying to go through all this stuff, like, oh, this is the big score. We have to figure out ways to kill this thing. This isn't working. As they're trying to escape, as like the places are slowly getting flooded, they just have to swim under something, which there's plenty of space for them just to put their head up and just casually go across it. But the crocodile is able to like fit through these narrow corridors and these vents that they're able to open. It's amazing. I don't think Crocs are known for their cat-like ability to squeeze in places they don't belong. But this one is. It's a mutant Croc, so sure, why not?
Well, they can squeeze themselves into shapes of like suitcases.
That's true.
And
That's
shoes
true.
And belts.
Yeah. And purses. Yeah. So all that's going on there. Yeah, so like we're gonna hunt this. They're trying to figure out how to kill it. Like, oh, we gotta kill it. Hey, there's gas here. What we'll do is turn on the gas. I want to stay behind, light a flare, and blow it up. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Crocodiles breathe air, right?
Right. Also, if you are in a room full of gas,
yep,
and you spark something, it explodes.
Regardless of it continuing to burn.
Right. Yeah, you don't need continual open flame.
Correct.
You just need a single spark. And the guy opens a flare that clearly goes, big spark, but doesn't do the flare thing, and he goes, oh no, I guess it didn't blow up. What?
And then he gets in. But what the reason about crocodiles have to breathe air just like other people is if it's making it hard for the people to breathe, the crocodile is going to struggle to breathe as well.
Well, I'm sure it can hold its breath for a while because it like hangs out underwater.
I guess, but I don't know if
But I don't think a croc would be smart enough to know to hold his breath.
Right. I think you'd also be feeling, I don't know, woozy a little bit from this gas.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, that didn't work. So they're like, crap, that's no bueno. He gets eaten. So then the two remaining crews, the sisters, have to escape. They fit through this narrow thing, like, oh man, what should we do? And they get back on the lake. I'll pin it down with this bobcat, and then we'll set it on fire and it'll explode. Cool. And they make their way back out of this island that's on this lake. And they realize there's a second crocodile. So we don't know what happens to them. We assume they get eaten. We don't know. Maybe Legacy 2, Electric Boogaloo, will answer that question for us. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this movie. I didn't realize this film existed.
I didn't know half of the. I knew
the other ones existed. I didn't know this one existed.
Of course, I knew about the first one. I never watched it, but I knew of it, and I knew that there was at least like one sequel. I didn't know that it was Sci-Fi was pumping out sequels. I did not know that. I knew that they had at least one or maybe two. I didn't know that they had 6.
They pump it out like they're making money.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I don't. This one is it better than the last few,
or is it a breather from the shit show that we had?
Right. I don't know. Yeah. Again, the last 5 movies I watched before this. The last 4 movies I watched before this probably affect my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So you want to do your high points, or you want me to go? Or
I'll go first.
All right.
Big highlight is ignores all the sequels.
Right, and I think that's funny. But most of the movie, I'm sitting there thinking like, I think they went too far. I think they rebooted the entire thing, and they're not even doing the first one anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know what? The Crocs look hella better.
They do. They're not good. But they do look better.
They're on par with they're better than the Flood.
Yes.
So
I don't know. There's certain times that they don't.
Yeah, but second best looking crocodiles in the entire franchise. How about that?
Correct.
And of course Joey Pants is great. Like, poor guy, he has to go do the Lake Placid movie.
I just think it's funny how like every one of these like really terrible movies, they somehow manage to sucker like one known name to be in it. And they're usually only in it for a very short period of time, but they somehow sucker one big name to be in it. Or not, I'm not going to say big. I would just say like known horror name every time.
Yeah. I said, and just it was a refresher and didn't follow the same formula. So I did appreciate that, as every other Lake Placid film. So that's what I have. How about you?
Yeah, so urban exploration is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting. There's a lot of movies that have been doing that lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's the new thing. I'm not totally.
It's because of the dead malls in America.
I think so. I think there's a lot of I think it's just getting big in the world, so it of course becomes big in media.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think it's an excuse for filmmakers to just throw in chunks of found footage, and it makes sense that it's there.
Yes.
I think that's why the people are leaning into it, because it's very easy to film the found footage parts, so they eat up some time without eating up their budget.
Oh, it is.
Now this is not the CGI, but the blood and gore effects were actually pretty decent. Like the body parts, where they find intestines and stuff on the ground, and the actual blood they were using, it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, the CGI is something else. The blood and gore was pretty well done. Again, at least they tried to explain what happened. right? It's like out of all of the sequels to Lake Placid, like there's a couple of them that ask questions of like, hey, you wonder how it got here? Yeah, chomp. It doesn't matter. They get totally sidetracked. This one like actually answers some questions, which is interesting. Not great answers, but at least there's some answers. And I love how Joey Pants comes in for like literally one scene, bunch of exposition, poof, gone.
Yep.
I think that's fun. That's it for high points. You want me to go on my low points?
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever they filmed anything at night, that lighting was terrible, man. You couldn't see shit.
Okay. Yeah, it's because it's on my list here. They did day for night. So
does that mean they film it during the day and then just like change the color?
Correct. So they over darkened it.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what they did. I was like squinting. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Or just a bunch of blurs on the screen.
Yep.
So that was bad. 27 years back, right? So it's like, okay, it's ignoring all the other sequels, but is this making an alternate timeline then? Is it doing kind of like a Halloween where it's jumping back to start a new timeline from the first one?
Because you're saying 27 years back would have been 1991.
Right.
So here's my theory is because the first one is 1999. It took 8 years for those babies to grow into the Crocs that we see in the 1999 Lake Placid.
Okay, but here's what I was also thinking of, like, okay, if this is truly a different lake, this event with this lake happened 27 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they hid it.
Yeah.
So this whole movie is true, but it's not like like the things that they're describing actually happened before Lake Placid, and Lake Placid would actually be not really this wouldn't be a sequel to Lake Placid. There would be like a parallel timeline. Like this would actually be a prequel. The beginning, like how it started, would have been a prequel to Lake Placid, and then this is just like revisiting the prequel. Again, right. That's why I'm like very confused as to what this time frame is going on. But again, it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
The contamination test. You know, they said, oh, the reason why this is all shut down is because there was a toxic waste spill.
Yep.
And that's why toxic chemicals are here. And the guy walks in, opens up like a little like a plastic bin, and tests the ground and go like, nope, no contamination. Like, you're telling me you tested for every known contaminant in like 5 minutes?
Hey,
like,
that contamination test is next to the pee test in Walgreens. Come on.
I was like, you tested for every possible toxic substance to humanity in 5 minutes and can confidently say there's nothing like, fuck you.
Oh, the real test was we're not dead, so it's not contaminated.
Yeah, well, they didn't eat the dirt. They didn't drink the water. Like, I mean, that's whatever. That Spencer guy, holy shit. Like, I was like, please die. Please die. He was so annoying.
He is the guy that would go on all social media while you're being eco-terrorist and posting everything and get yourself
right.
out.
Yeah, behind the scenes, like saying everybody's name. Yep. Like, yeah. That guy was like, somebody needs to hit this guy with a fucking pipe. Just shut him the fuck up. He was so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, the whole giant secret lab, we already talked about this. We didn't see it with the chopper in the first one. Again, I don't believe half this. I think they made all that stuff up. Anyway, CGI is still bad.
Yep.
Better, still bad.
Yeah.
I really hate how they're talking about how, like, oh, it's an evil GMO. Like, oh, the alligators are just like, the corn that they bred to like survive through winter. Like, pretty sure there's like a scale. I'm pretty sure the corn is on fucking one side and like killer giant alligators are on the other. Sorry, crocodiles are on the other. Like, get over your GMO hatred, people.
Hey. We'll talk about that in a Cordemic, okay?
We totally. Oh, that's what we should do.
I agree.
The GMO Cordemic. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so like very clearly a Predator ripoff.
Yes.
When the girl was like, "Come get me," she's literally repeating lines like from Predator. It's like, you are saying Arnold Schwarzenegger's lines. You are not good enough to take his lines. Please stop.
Well, I mean, she probably grew up watching Schwarzenegger, so therefore she was doing a nice homage to him.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm here. okay, there's barely a lake.
Correct.
Like it's called Lake Placid 1. Okay, supposedly this doesn't take place on Lake Placid at all.
Mhm.
And even like having a lake in the title is bad because they really like they're in the boat for like what, maybe 30 seconds?
Yep.
And that's it. That's the only time they're on a lake. The rest of the time is spent inside this like facility.
Well, the lake's slowly seeping into the facility.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. It's just an excuse for them to film on a soundstage and not outside.
Correct.
And again, there was clearly a giant spark from that flare. It would have blown up anyway. I don't give a shit what you're saying. And okay, and like the alligator like bit that guy and chewed on him, and he was screaming and everything. And the next scene, the character's like carrying him outside, and like gingerly tosses him off to the side. And they make this weird point to like zoom in on his face.
Yep.
To like it like oh, he's still alive, and then they never revisit it.
No.
So it's like, okay. Like if there was a sequel to this, he could probably be still alive.
Well, we know being bit in half doesn't mean you're dead.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He would be like he would show up as the sheriff in the next
one. Yeah.
And the two girls are supposedly gonna die. Whatever.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Yeah. You talk about the CGI is bad. It is bad, but the bats were the worst. She's like going down a tunnel. It's like 50 CGI bats. Those remind me of the birds from Birdemic. Those bats did. They're just that bad. Like I said, this legacy is okay. And here's the problem with the title legacy. What's legacy imply in a franchise?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like you should have had at least one character from the first one.
What's Oliver Platt doing? Come on.
Oliver Platt is in The Bear.
Oh, okay. What's Bill Pullman doing?
I don't know. Didn't they just have another Independence Day movie?
I guess, but also what's the paleontologist from the first one doing? Nothing that I'm aware.
Bridget Fonda? I don't know. I don't think she's been doing anything lately.
Right. They could easily.
They could have pulled somebody. I mean, pull the fucking deputies in or something. Something. Everybody survived the first one. There's a bunch of people you can choose from. Like one of those you get one of those people, and you can technically call it legacy. They got exactly zero. They're not even on the same lake. There's literally nothing. It's not legacy. It's prequel.
It's Origins.
Yeah, exactly. This should have been Lake Placid Origins, not Lake Placid Legacy. I think the person who named it got confused.
Correct. Because legacy implies people are coming back to their franchise.
Right, exactly.
But it's also trying to just, like I said, it's trying to be Jurassic Park and just failing miserably. You know, it's like, oh, we got this DNA from these ancient crocodiles. How ancient? Like, were the mosquitoes encased in amber? Like, they almost said that. They all but said that, right? Is essentially these are the original crocodiles. Right? They still have to breathe air. I'm sorry.
Like, but crocodiles are basically the same.
Like smaller.
Exactly the same. Only they evolved to be smaller because their prey got smaller. That's it.
Right. Oh God. Yeah, and like, you know, it's definitely not Lake Placid. So they're very confused about that the entire time. It's a day for night. And that's what happened. So you remember how you could not see the big night battle in Game of Thrones season 8?
Yeah.
That's day for night. That's the same exact thing they did for this.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that they're taking shortcuts.
Because like it's nighttime on the lake with no lights, and they're just able to find like briefcases in the pure pitch black with no flashlights. Now it's because it's day, and then someone decided to make it night for some reason. I don't know if it was ever planned to be night when they're filming it. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Right. But I don't know. This movie is just, and that's the problem. Like, you know, going to Missing Limbs out of 10 is where I sit with this? Where do you sit with this? Because it seemed like a breath of fresh air in this franchise. Does it make it good or just not as shitty?
Yeah, right. At least it's a different direction. At least it's not the same formula. At least it's not getting cheesier. Mm-hmm. Is it good? No. Is it slightly better because it's not the same old tired shit? Sure.
Right.
But still not good.
Right. So then how many Missing Limbs out of 10 do you give Lake Placid? Well, I'm going to call Origins instead.
I mean, is it better than all the rest of them? Sure. Not better than the first one.
No.
Better than all the rest of them? Sure. I'll give it a 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Which that's better than Lake Placid 2.
Right.
Wow. I'm looking at my notes here. I give Lake Placid 2 a 2. It's definitely better. I I will give this a 3. It's interesting. There's lots of things I would change that they just what I think happens with franchises like this is no one does what we do when they're making the next one. Is go back and watch the previous ones. You know
Which
what
is
I mean?
messed up, right? If you're going to make a sequel to something, you should like watch the things you're making a sequel to. But it really doesn't seem like a lot of them do.
No, not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. And this is what I always find interesting. When someone comes, like a bigger name comes onto a franchise, they never go like, "Did you watch the previous ones?" They're always like, "No." Does it matter? It might. You might well know what the tone's going for. But
Well, I mean, if it's something like Lake Placid, I understand. Like, it really doesn't matter because you're making a crap quality movie for TV just to fill up, airtime or whatever. But like, I mean, if you really want to try, like, you can. It doesn't take that much of your time. If you're literally you're going to spend what, a couple of weeks of your life at least.
yeah,
Like, why wouldn't you just spend the time to watch some crappy movies?
right.
If I can do it, they can do it.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, if I was ever to make Lake Placid 7, I would know what the name of the actual lake is, first and foremost, determine how far the other lakes are, and do that. But I feel like that's synonymous with this shitstorm that we get on Sci-Fi, on Shudder, on even Netflix is really bad with this too, with their films. Like, no one gives a fuck about the previous films to care to have any sort of continuity in the least bit.
Yeah. But again, like in this one,
difficult.
yeah, you could have said it on Lake Placid, but like you find like a hatch.
Right.
You find like a secret bunker entrance that was heavily camouflaged. Anything that would have, shown it not there. No, they didn't even bother. They're just like,
right.
Oh yeah, I guess we have a big concrete thing. Yeah, it's a different lake.
Right. And they could have, I mean, because they make a point of like the electric fence not being really electric and security. It could have been the fence. It could have just been like, we haven't had any Croc signs. The food supply ran out, and still could have been there with your hatch, and it could have been called Origins and actually take place in Lake Placid. There's lots of things that are easy enough to change and done in this franchise. And I don't know, like I'm just thinking in my head, Extras were really, really bad. Conjuring really, really, really bad. But I feel like I had a harder time with this franchise than those, watching them.
Again, it's possible. Like I said, right now I want to say yes, but I would have to like literally like put my mind back in the place where I was when I was watching those and really see which one was worse.
All it means is I got to update my spreadsheet with her scores so we can go back and see.
There you go.
So, all right. Anything to add before we wrap this up?
No.
All right. Well, we counted our fingers and toes, and we barely got through unscathed. Physically, mentally, I'm not sure about that.
Right.
Next week, we'll see how long our legs are with our director spotlight of the month, Osgood Perkins. So join us for Keeper, Long Legs, and Black Coat's Daughter. I'm excited.
I am. I've been waiting to watch Keeper. I've been wanting to watch it, and I haven't watched it yet. So
it's see us rewatch Long Legs as well. So I'm okay with it, and hopefully it'll get us out of the shit show that we had the past 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So remember, we watch bad movies, so you don't have to. And this has been Graveyard saying, "Have you checked on the children?"
This is Salem saying, "Long live the new flesh."